Hello guys, today we'll see chemical properties of benzene, meaning we'll study chemical reactions of benzene. So we'll start with addition reactions. So in addition reaction, first is addition of chlorine. So chlorine molecules in the presence of UV light gives BHC, that is benzene hexachloride. There is only addition of chlorine and nothing happens. So gamma isomer of benzene hexachloride is called gamoxane or linden, which is used as insecticide. Next addition reaction is addition of hydrogens. So again all the double bonds gets removed. So hydrogenation takes place in the presence of nickel catalyst at 453 to 473 Kelvin, and we'll get cyclohexane as the product. Next type of addition reaction is addition of ozone to benzene. Again double bond breaks down and we'll get ozonide, and in presence of zinc ozonide gets converted into ethanediol, that is also known as glyoxal. Glyoxal is common name, ethanediol is IUPAC name, and hydrogen peroxide is the byproduct in this reaction. So that was about addition reactions. Now let's see substitution reactions. Substitution means one group comes in and other groups goes out. So first is halogenation reaction. So it is electrophilic substitution reaction. Chlorine acts as electrophile here. Electrophile meaning electron deficient species, and benzene is electron rich. So chlorine in presence of iron in dark will get chlorobenzene, and HCl will be the byproducts. So hydrogen atom is replaced by halogen atom. Chlorine reacts with benzene in dark in the presence of iron or ferric chloride, that is FeCl3, or anhydrous aluminum chloride, that is AlCl3, or red phosphorus as catalyst to give chlorobenzene. So it was the first halogenation reaction, chlorination. Next is bromination. It is performed in the presence of FeBr3. Remaining things are almost same. Iodination is not possible because it is a reversible process. So iodination does not takes place. Only chlorination and bromination takes place on benzene. And what happens if we use excess of chlorine? In this chlorine and dark, limited amount of chlorine is used, but here if you use excess of chlorine, we'll get hexachlorobenzene as the product and HCl as the byproduct in the presence of anhydrous AlCl3. Anhydrous meaning is it does not contain any water molecule. AlCl3 is Lewis acid aluminum trichloride, and it acts as catalyst here, and we'll get hexachlorobenzene as the major product. Remember this reaction only happens when chlorine is in excess and anhydrous AlCl3 is there. So halogenation is over. Now next reaction is nitration reaction. So nitration in the presence of nitric acid and sulfuric acid, both are concentrated, and combination of them is known as nitrating mixture. Nitric acid plus concentrated sulfuric acid is nothing but nitrating mixture, and from nitrating mixture nitronium ion is generated, that is NO2 plus, and that is again an electrophile. So again electrophilic substitution reaction takes place and we'll get nitrobenzene as the product. Next is sulfonation. Same electrophilic substitution reaction takes place. Oxygen is more electronegative than sulfur, therefore here sulfur carries positive charge and oxygen will carry negative charge. So this part is electrophilic here, and it will attack on benzene. In the presence of fuming sulfuric acid at 373 Kelvin, we'll get benzene sulfonic acid. Fuming sulfuric acid is nothing but oleum. When benzene is heated with fuming sulfuric acid, that is oleum, at 373 Kelvin, it gives benzene sulfonic acid. Next reaction is Friedel-Crafts alkylation reaction. So again, this is also an electrophilic substitution only. So CS3 is positive, carbon is positive compared to chlorine. Chlorine is more electronegative than carbon. So CS3 acts as electrophile here, and it gets substituted on benzene and will get toluene from benzene in the presence of again anhydrous aluminum chloride. So this reaction is known as Friedel-Crafts alkylation because alkyl group is substituted. Similar to this reaction is Friedel-Crafts acylation, where acyl group is substituted. So acyl group can be bring from reactant like acetyl chloride, or it can be from reactant acetic anhydride. Out of these two, we can use any one for acetylation. For acylation, catalyst is same, that is anhydrous AlCl3, and here we'll get COCS3 substituted. Again here this carbon is positive, so the positive carbon you have to attach to benzene ring. This will be delta positive and so on, but in general we can say that chlorine is more electronegative, carbon is positive, so benzene gets attached here. Therefore this will be the product. Acetophenone is common name of this product, and 1-phenylethanone is IUPAC name, and we can use any one of the following reactant, acetyl chloride or acetic anhydride. Same kind of reaction is here, just benzyl chloride, or we can also use benzoic anhydride. So benzyl chloride with benzene in presence of anhydrous AlCl3 will get benzophenone. Same procedure happens here also. And last chemical reaction of benzene is combustion. Combustion is removal of carbon dioxide in the presence of air. So when benzene is heated in air, it burns with sooty flame, forming carbon dioxide and water. So C6H6 is benzene. In the presence of oxygen, in the presence of air, it will give out carbon dioxide and water. In general, reaction is given below, where X is number of carbon atoms and Y is number of hydrogen atoms. Product will be same, but only the stoichiometry, only the coefficients are different. So this is about chemical properties of benzene. Thank you for watching the video.